Do you see yourself in a kind of relationship, settling down? Have you ever thought about like that sort of thing?
Like when you committed to someone, like you really gotta keep your own. I want to have my own kid.
What do you love most about living in the States? What do you appreciate most about living here?
I love the freedom, right? Freedom of speech and freedom, like the American dream. You know what I mean? If I was somewhere else, I don't think I could do what I'm doing right now. You know what I mean? So it's because of this America.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
When you talk about freedom, I know we're going to talk about something a little bit sensitive. So back home, not free at the moment, going through a lot of, you know, situations right now that might not be easy to talk about. So we do appreciate that. But at the same time, we're going to get all the serious things out of the way at first, and then we're going to talk about a bit more, you know, lighthearted things. But so back home, you know, the situation. Does that like, do you carry that burden sometimes? Is that part of the reason why you want to stand for your country when you fight?
Yeah, for sure, right? I always want to stand up for my country, whether this thing that is happening or not. You know what I mean? You know, the thing that is happening with the military right now is, you know what I mean, it's a burden to everybody that's from Myanmar and, you know, Chin and things like that. So it's not just because of, you know, what's going on right now. It's always in my blood. So I will always be a part of Myanmar, Chin Myanmar.
Yeah. So I think that's something really respectful, that you are not ashamed to stand up for that. And you are in a lot of ways making change for those people. And a lot of people are still like struggling with it, struggling with what's going back home, and then like struggle with identity and stuff. And the fact that you're a young guy now fighting for your people and achieving what you're achieving, I think you're making a difference for the generation now. Do you think that that impact is going to make a difference for the people?
Yeah, that's the goal, right? Coming from where we come from, not a lot of people get to chase their dreams and things like that. And, you know, especially when we went back to Mizoram, you know, seeing the kid look up to me and things like that. And I see a lot of talents. Like, right, we went to the camp, and I see a little kid draw a picture of me and Rome, you know, and it was like amazing. And, you know, they didn't have no technology or nothing like that. And it's just raw talent. You know what I mean? So for them to see like a guy like myself doing, you know, coming from where they come from and living my dreams, you know, I think it will open a lot of eyes.
Yeah, that's cool. So, okay, let's change topic completely. You went on this Asia tour recently, okay? That was straight after you won your fight against Tassuro, yes, sorry. Yes. You went on this Asia tour. Who did you go with? You mentioned Rome, so Rome was a part of it. Is he like your manager? Or?
He's a good friend of mine.
Okay.
You know.
So Rome, and I know a couple of other friends you went with. So that seemed pretty cool. You started off in Malaysia, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then you went to Mizoram, and then you went to Thailand, Japan, and then that was the end of the trip. So that was for about like a month or so?
About a month, yes.
Okay. Tell me why you decided to go to that tour.
So Rome visitors, you know, celebrating my best friend Dakota win. And, you know, I told him about my dreams and my goals, and, you know, me going back to Asia, right? Just to go back to Malaysia. And he was like, you know what, we can actually do something. And then I just thought it was just, you know, a regular talk, right? So I won my fight, and he was like, hey, we going, right? And I was like, all right, give me a week to, you know, go on hunts and things like that. And then, you know, so that's how we decided to go.
So you just went, booked the tickets, and then flew off to Malaysia. So that if it seemed pretty rushed, but everything seemed all set up. Like the reception you got in Malaysia was huge. Did you expect that sort of welcome?
To be honest, no. Our thing was just to go to, first of all, you know, our thing was just to go and check the UNHCR, which helped us to get here, you know, which helped a lot of refugees to get here and things like that. But then the CRC invited us, and I was like, okay. But I didn't think it was going to be that big, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even Mizoram, my thing was just to go visit the camp, right? But I didn't expect none of that. You know what I mean? We talked to Sante, and we was like, "Hey, you gonna take care of us?" You know, it was just gonna be. We just thought it was just gonna be a casual, visit, like friends.
Can't be casual with the world champion, right?
So we didn't.
Yeah.
We did not expect that. You know what I mean? We told Sante take care of us, and that was it. And then we got there, and it was just a whole different welcoming. You know what I mean? So I'm just very glad that the people, love and support me.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
So was it a bit overwhelming though for you? I saw these security guards, huge guys, like protecting you from like left, right, and center, and people just like swarming to get you. Have you ever imagined that sort of like celebrity life was gonna happen to you?
I don't know, man. I used to be a Justin Bieber fan, right, when I was growing up, and because he was he got famous when he was like 13 or something.
Yeah, very
his
young.
first album was coming out. I always imagined like how life would be being that famous and things like that, but I never thought I would, really be in this position. But I have thought about like how will it feel, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Was it how you expected it to be?
not really. It was a little harder than I thought, but you know what I mean. Just seeing people love and support me, it just helped me enjoy a little bit more.
Yeah. What do you think is a downside though? Downside of being so celebrated, so well known?
The downside is you don't have privacy, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just want to hang with your loved one and your friends and things like that, but there's always that people always know you and stuff like that. And the crazy part is it get lonely sometimes because everybody know you, but nobody really know you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's the downside.
Yeah, so people have this kind of like judgment of who Joshua is.
Yes.
The type of guy he is, the type of guy they expect you to be as well. And then you just want to live an ordinary life. Right?
Yeah, right. It's crazy. Like me and Rome, when I first met him, I was like, I don't like you. He's like, I didn't like you either. And then we hang out, and he became one of my good friends and things like that. So that's how people see from the outside,
Yeah. And I think that's why part of doing this podcast is to get to know you a little bit as well. But going back to the Asia tour, so I don't know much about Malaysia, but I was one of the people that received you in Mizoram. And I had no idea how many people were going to get involved, and the government really appreciated you. I know they invited you over to the Chief Minister's office, and also they invited you to the MIMSA event. And it's just like, it blew up, right? It blew up all over social media, and there's just a lot of controversy going on. So we want to address that a little bit. And there was this post that said, you came with self-funded, right?
Yes.
You came with your own money, and because of their invitation, you went out of your way, didn't expect anything from it, but you decided to come and help and, show up at these events, which we're so, so grateful for. I want to ask the question, why did you do it? I mean, you must have lost a bit of money just even doing the tour in the first place, right?
Oh, for sure. Rome probably lost a lot of money. He's the guy that sponsored all the things, you know what I mean? Shout out to Rome. But yes, we use our own money and things like that. So, but Mizoram, shout out to Mizoram too. They're taking care of our brother Chin. A lot of Chin people that are seeking refugee and things like that. And shout out to them. But I didn't expect none of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a grand welcome, and it ended up being a little bit of a political thing in a lot of ways. It has to be because of the impact that you have. Everyone wants to get to know Josh. Everyone wants Josh on their team, which is good, which is cool. And I think because they also see the link between the Chin people, the Mizo people, and the fact that, every stage you an opportunity you get, you're like, Mizo and Chin are one. Do you truly believe that? Do you believe that we are?
Oh, for sure. Because if you look at the history, we are one. We was one, and it was the British, right, that kind of like separate us and things like that. So if we truly know the history, then we are really one. You know what I mean, it's like the language difference and things like that. People think we are very different, but Really, yeah. So, yes.
Anyway, let's get into a bit of things outside of the ring.
Let's do it.
So, okay, you went to Japan and Thailand as well. So let's finish off that conversation. What do you think is your favorite experience out of the whole Asia tour?
To be honest, I really love Japan.
Okay.
Just because I have my free time, right?
Okay.
I have my free time. I love Malaysia and Mizoram and Thailand and things like that. But we can't have our own free time, you know what I mean? We
just needed to relax.
Yes. So Japan was the most relaxed. The most time that we have for ourselves. I mean, so I really love Japan.
just for the fact that you had the time to breathe. I get it. It was so overwhelming. I would feel the same way. But you appreciated it, but you kind of like understood that you needed that space. So that's cool. What do you dislike the most about the whole trip?
Dislike, probably, I'm just gonna say, don't hate Mizoram. It's not that I hate Mizoram. I love Mizoram because Mizoram is fun, but it's the process to get there. Right?
Yeah,
it's like we have to go through this TSA and things like that, and you know how it go. And it's like one of the hardest to get through.
So the border, kind of like
border.
trying to cross the immigration stuff.
That was the worst.
Yeah, very strict. Okay. All right, that's fine. I think that's fair. I've had this question so many times. You know about Joshua's personal life. We're not going to talk about all of that, but I think a lot of people want to know, like, do you see yourself in a kind of relationship settling down? Have you ever thought about like that sort of thing?
A relationship as of right now, I'm not really into commitment. As of right now, I'm committed to fighting. So, yes, like when you committed to someone, like you really got to give your all. And I think I'm not ready to do that right now.
Yeah, but you want to, like in the future?
Yeah, for sure in the future, I want to have my own tree,
Joshua's running
raise
around.
little chickens and stuff like that. I don't know,
Live a quieter life, maybe?
Yes, in the farms or something,